Did you know that it is illegal to be overweight in Japan?
No.
It is illegal.
No.
The law in Japan enforces a standard of weight in Japan. And I didn't know about this until I came across a blog, right? I read the blog, I'm like, no, super fishy, not believing it. So I looked it up. And the New York Times published an article about this, the LA Times published an article about this, and several other smaller publications wrote about this, right? And this is a law that passed in 2008. And I had to share it with our audience because I thought it was incredible.
Now, what I'll believe, and Anna's got the story, I don't, but so I'm predicting here. I'll believe that they say, all right, now if you're over that weight, then certain things kick in, and you can't partake in the socialized health care there, or this or that. But they're not going to put you in jail for being overweight.
No, they're not going to put you in jail. But
Okay,
there will be consequences by the government if you don't meet certain weight requirements.
Okay, so that's very interesting. What are the consequences?
So I'll tell you what the consequences are, but let me tell you what the standard is. Right?
Uh-oh, this ought to be good,
What
too.
is considered healthy weight for a man and a woman in Japan?
Oh, boy, my sense is I'm going to be illegal in Japan.
Okay. So the waistline for males needs to be 33.5 inches.
33 and a half inches?
33.5 inches for males.
I haven't been 33 and a half inches since junior high?
Exactly.
Okay, come on, man. In high school, I was in pretty good shape, and I think I was 34.
The waistline for females, they get a little more leeway, 35.4 inches.
Why do the chicks get to be fatter?
I don't know. I'm guessing because
What the
women
hell?
carry more weight because of having babies. Who knows?
Maybe because pregnant women, are they not merciful? This is crazy. All right.
No, it's insane, right?
Right.
It's insane. And look, let me just point out that 35% of Americans are obese, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas 5% of Japanese people are obese.
Well, maybe if we made it illegal, not as many would be obese. Think about it.
Right, that's true.
No, it's not true.
You never know.
Okay.
But that law would never pass in the States.
Oh,
That would be
go. You know how ballistic people would go? All right, so what are the consequences?
Okay, so under Japan's healthcare coverage, companies administer checkups to employees once a year, right? Those who fail to meet the waistline requirement must undergo counseling, all right? If companies do not reduce the number of overweight employees by 10% by 2012 and 25% by 2015, they could be required to pay more money into the healthcare program for the elderly. An estimated 56 million Japanese will have their waistlines measured this year.
All right, now look, then saying it's illegal is a little fishy, right? Because there are consequences, but there are financial consequences. It's for your employer, and he can pass that on to you, so that's real. And they're weighing everybody, and that's real. And then you're saying, oh, no, you got to be this big and that big. And I would hate it if somebody came to me and started counseling me. I run 4 or 5 times a week, right? And they're like, okay, now I'm going to watch how many Doritos you had, and did you have any fried chicken this week? I'd be like, I mean, that counseling session would not go well, right? But at least they're not putting them in jail.
No, exactly.
Okay,
exactly.
right.
But, you know, some people feel extremely embarrassed because, you know, they have to, as they're getting measured, they have to lift up their shirt in front of everyone.
Yeah.
And, you know.
I'm totally against this. Now, look, you know, the funny thing is Republicans in this country talk about, government getting in your business. You don't know the half, man.
Right.
Our government doesn't get in our business at all compared to some of the other governments throughout the country. I mean, we're so center-right on the political spectrum, if you ask me, if you look at the rest of the developed world. But this is, again, an instance where it's way too much.
It's way too much, and the standard is ridiculous. I mean, these are unrealistic expectations. That's too skinny for a man.
Now, of course, Japanese are different.
They have smaller frames.
Right, they have a different build than the American build, et cetera, et cetera. But still, I mean, 33 and a half, that's crazy.
The average waistline for a male in the United States is 39 inches.
Think about that, man. A Japanese company pulls into American, they acquire an American company or whatever. They're like, we're going to have to do a lot of weighing. A lot of counseling going on here.
Watch a live show 24/7 at theyoungturks.com.